When the Lord come out of Basra, he ain't taking.
Exodus chapter 14 and verse 14. The Lord shall fight for you.
See that? The Lord said what?
And the Lord shall fight for you.
The Lord said he's going to fight for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
All the slavery, all the foolishness that they did to our people, we used to have to lay down for our mothers to have children. They put a bag over the boy's head and made him have sex with his mother. 1 Kings 8, read chapter verse 1. Because we're going to find out, 1 Kings 8, verse 1. We're going to find out who God's people are. Who are the poor of God's people? Who is Zion that the Bible's speaking of? How you doing, sis?
Our sister here is from the tribe of Judah, but her pastor has never told her any laws to help her to get to the kingdom.
Okay, stick around, sis. What's your name? Huh?
Edie.
Eden?
Yeah, Edie.
Edie.
Like Edie's ice cream. Yeah.
Oh, okay, Edie. Okay, all praises. I'm Jeremiah. Nice meeting you, sis. All right, so stick around. What we're doing is we're showing right now who are the poor of God's people. Who are these people that the Bible talking about? Where he said the Lord had sent his prophets out that were anointed to preach unto the poor of his people. Would you say the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, did you say that those people are rich in wealth today? Are these not the people that suffer these curses right here, sis? In slave fields, tobacco fields, rubber, which is rubber fields, tar, sugar cane, all those things from slavery. Did they benefit from being slaves at that time? So you would say today that these are the poor on the earth. Because these people, you'll find them in the ghettos, you'll find them in the worst parts of the world, right? So read that. You got that? Read it. Yeah, get that real quick. We need to know who Zion is. 8 and 1. Read that.
1 Kings chapter 8 and verse 1. Then Solomon assembled the elders of Israel and all the heads of the tribes.
It says Solomon assembled all the heads of Israel. Right there, you said your father was from the tribe of Judah, right? Right there, those are 12 tribes. That's Israel right there. The father or the progenitor of those 12 sons, his name was Jacob. His name got changed to Israel when he fought the angel and won. You follow me? Read on.
And all the heads of the tribes, the chief of the fathers of the children of Israel, unto King Solomon in Jerusalem, that they might bring out the ark of the covenant of the Lord out of the city of David, which is Zion.
The city of David, which is Zion, is in Israel. You see that? So go back where we was reading in Isaiah chapter 14, verse 32. We're going to read again who the poor of God's people are. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 32.
Bring it out.
Once and one did answer the messengers of the nation, that the Lord hath found in Zion, and the poor of his people shall trust in it.
That's a possessive word. God said the poor of his people. You see that? God has a people. Those people are Israel. Those people are suffering the curses of Deuteronomy 28, 15 through 68.
Right.
We're going to dig into there too. Okay? Read that. Read that again.
Isaiah 14 and 32. What shall one then answer the messengers of the nation, that the Lord hath found in Zion, and the poor of his people shall trust in it.
See that? Go back to where we was at in Luke. Luke chapter 4 and verse, what was that? 18? Yeah, read that. I'm going to need you to hold like 2 scriptures for me. Yes, sir. All right, yes, sir. Read that.
Luke chapter 4 and verse 18.
Bring it out.
The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel of the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted.
You see that? The gospel is only for the poor. It's not for the world.
That's right.
It's not for the world. It's never been for the world. It's always been for his people, which are Israel.
That's right.
Read on.
To preach the deliverance to the captives.
It said to preach the deliverance to the captives. Hold that. Give me what I want. Exodus chapter 21, verse 16. We're going to find out who the captives are, okay? Because if you're from the tribe of Judah, then you're still in captivity today. How you doing, bro? You got a question?
I'm just looking.
Okay, just hang out for a minute. I'm going to share some information with you. Do you know who your father is on that sign? Out of those 12 sons.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, right there. Yes, sir. Because there ain't no Ancestry.com going to combat against this Bible. That don't work. The Lord said he's going to leave signs and wonders for his people to know who they are in the last days.
That's right.
Okay, read that.
Exodus chapter 21 and verse 16.
We're going to find out who the captives are. Read.
And he that stealeth the man.
Was we not stolen from Africa and brought over here by the Greeks in the sub-Saharan slave trade and the Atlantic slave trade? Read it again.
And he that stealeth the man.
It said, he that stealeth the man
And selleth him.
and selleth. Who was sold right here? Who was sold on those auction slave blocks right there? Black. Thank you, sis.
That's right.
As you see what I'm saying, all praises. Read it one more time. So let's make that thing sink in.
Exodus 21 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand.
It said if he be found in his hand, because the children today, they say, oh no, we didn't have any part of the slave trade. That was our forefathers. But we're found in your hands. And y'all are not doing anything to help blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to be able to sustain and take care of themselves. When we ask for reparations, they say, no, we're going to create more jobs. That's not what we need. We need reparations. We're going to get to God's reparations in a minute. We're going to show you the reparations. I don't want man's reparations. It's not worth what God has for the children of Israel. That's why he mentioned the deliverance, to deliver us out of what? Out of captivity.
The scriptures say, where there is no vision, the people perish.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV.
Do you know history?
I'm going to show you and prove to you that the Israelites are black, were always black.
Dance for time, just move up your body. Don't get loose and groove on the body. Bruise, wine.
Put on the armor, the procedure complete. Me nah go back, nah retreat. All traitors, every Jezebel must get delete. Me no sleep on a demon, me keep a full clip. Conspire me downfall, cause them want to me slip. Stay close to the real ones, we seal off and legit. Cause I gotta use them to keep your soul from the pit. This a war life, I swear the damn thing.
Read it again.
And if he stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand,
Read on.
he shall surely be put to death.
The Lord said the people that did this to his people, they surely must be put to death.
That's right.
Not by our hands, by God's hands.
Right.
Get that in Exodus 14 and 14. I'm going to prove it to you that God is going to destroy this place. It's gotta happen. We, at one point, when we was in wickedness, and we was doing all kind of foolishness, the Lord allowed them to overcome us. We went through our captivity. We went through the death and the pillage and the slavery and working 16 hours a day and dying on the plantations. That's what happened to us. Now they must go through it. Read that. You got it? Yes, sir. Read that.
Exodus chapter 14 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
The Lord shall fight for you.
You see that? The Lord said what?
And the Lord shall fight for you.
The Lord said he's going to fight for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
All the slavery, all the foolishness that they did to our people, we used to have to lay down with our mothers to have children. They put a bag over the boy's head and made him have sex with his mother to bring forth more children.
Bring it out.
Sis, don't go. I need you to hear this, sis. This is your history.
Bring it out.
You see how people get when they hear the truth? Get that, hold that and get that in John 8:32. Because our people, it's time for us to wake up out this foolishness. This is your history. This is what happened to you.
Right.
This didn't happen to nobody else.
Right.
Read that.
John chapter 8 and verse 32.
Bring it out.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
She don't want to be free. That's why she walked away.
Right.
Y'all stayed because y'all want to be free.
That's right.
The truth is what's going to make you free.
Teacher.
Nothing else is going to free you out of captivity but the truth.
That's right.
Go back to where we was at. And then I want Revelations 13 and 10 to back up what we just read. Read that in 14 and 14.
Exodus chapter 14 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
The Lord shall fight for you,
You see that?
and ye shall hold your peace.
Weapons of warfare not carnal. You know what I want? 10. Yup, 10-2. The Lord said he's going to fight for us. We ain't got to do no fighting. All we got to do is come out here, set up camp, change the minds of our people, and then the Lord going to do the rest. 2 Corinthians. All praises. And the Lord going to do the fighting for us. Yep.
2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
It said the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. We're not going against this man with guns and knives, and we don't have it. He got nuclear bombs. He has bombs that can just drop on a city and destroy the whole country. He has that kind of stuff. How you fighting the wrong fight? The Lord said he will do what?
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God.
It says mighty through God because we just read in Exodus chapter 14 and 14 that he was going to fight for us.
That's right.
Go back to Luke. Let's get Luke again. Luke 8. Let's finish it out. Yeah, right. Luke 4. Yup, 4 and 18. Let's finish that out. Yes, sir. Read.
Luke chapter 4 and verse 18. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor.
The poor is Israel. Read.
He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives.
You see that?
And recovering a sight to the blind.
And recovering sight to the blind. What is that sight that you lost? You forgot that you were Israel. You forgot that you were God's people. You forgot that you got to keep your government, which is the law, statutes, and commandments. The pastor told you that keeping the law is done away with. So that means that if I don't keep the law, that means I can go out and commit adultery. That means that I can go out and kill. That means that I can go out and steal. So what that's saying is that America's laws supersede God's laws, because those laws are affecting America. Right. So for you to say that marriage is not honorable in the Bible, when we read Hebrews 13 and 4, it says marriage is honorable in all and a bed undefiled. You're telling me that God's laws are no longer in effect when they actually are. This is why our communities are destroyed like they are. Because young men are going around laying down with young women, they're having children after children. STDs are going rampant right now. And what is it doing to the people? It's destroying the minds and the body of our people. The one thing that another country can do to another country, to destroy another country, is to remove their morals, to remove the things that keep them strong, the things that allow them to become, to surpass other nations. So in order to keep you in the state that you are, they have to tell you, no, don't keep God's laws.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example.